Good evening to whoever gets the pleasure of watching this video that I have created for my communications class. My principle is friendship, which can be defined as when two people create an interpersonal relationship and influence each other in decisions and emotions. A friendship can be seen in my life, for an example, when my coworker saw that I was down on myself over a bad tour, and it brought my stormy mood up into a cheerful one when she brought up the good points of my tour, which influenced my mood and made me happy again. When I was on this tour, normally I would be talking to the prospects about how fantastic our community is, how amazing maintenance is, and how uh, invested our front office staff and management is. However, when I was on this tour, I was half asleep. I had no breakfast, so which means I was hungry, which in turn makes me hangry. And not only that, but our maintenance staff was not phenomenal that day. They missed the trash from the party on one of the buildings, which incorporated red solo cups, empty beer boxes, and unfortunately throw up, which in turn made my prospects and my tour very, very bad. When going on a tour, our tour path is supposed to be walked beforehand, which I failed to do. And I thought that, our maintenance staff, being phenomenal as they are, didn't do it. So when I was on this tour, I had to try and steer our tour away from the bad points of our property. And unfortunately, I fumbled my words and I was not able to talk about maintenance how I normally does. And so when I was going through the property and the tour on the way there and back from our model, the tour, it wasn't very good. They noticed the throw up, they noticed the trash, they also noticed some of the poop on the tour path from, which is very aggravating because we've sent I don't know how many letters to our residents about that. And at the end of the tour, I did not close very well, and my coworkers had to come save me. And unfortunately, I didn't get the lease anyways because who wants to live at an apartment complex with throw up, trash, and dog poop everywhere? And so when my coworker saw this, she swooped in and she started talking to me about some things. Over the course of a year and a half, she's slowly become one of my really good friends. And so she started telling me about all the good things I did in my tour and the things that she heard that I did very well. Along those were talking about our resident events, how excellent management is, and how excellent the front office is at returning phone calls, emails, and requests from our residents. And so when she was doing all these things, she influenced, my mood from a very stormy and cloudy mood into a cheerful and sunny day mood. When she was doing all these things, I realized that friendship is very important to me. Now that I've discussed this experience, I'll now make some inferences. Friends who look out for each other and are constantly encouraging each other are ones that we need in our everyday life. She saw how bad my mood was and the emotions that were coming out of me, so she talked to me and she changed my mood. Now that I've made these inferences, I'll discuss how these inferences are needed in everyday situations and can be transferred into other situations. Friends are people who look out for each other and they make sure that they're being taken care of and how their overall health is. And we need this in our everyday life. For example, when your tire is flat, it instantly kills your mood. But a friend can jack your car up and inflate your mood, which, in coincidence, also your tire. Because whenever you're in a bad situation, your mood instantly drops. Now, in these instances, friendship can be that steadfast rock that you need in your life to really inflate your mood, or in the situation of a flat tire, inflate your tire. In conclusion, a friendship can be defined, in this book, which created a new reality for me. The friendships weigh more in jobs than I ever realized. Without friends in the workplace can be a sad and hopeless void. Friendships brighten everyone's mood. So one might ask, so what? My answer to that so what is that friends better the workplace and influence your mood and productivity for the better. The implications of this is that the workplace becomes better, brighter, and more successful with friends.